Hi everyone, I finished the composition notebook for my swap. I'll show you what I did. So everyone already kind of seen the front and the ruffle over there, and here's the back, and I just put my logo there. And then for the tassel, I had this cool eyeball that I got from Temu a while back. So I put that on, and we have all different kind of laces. We have skulls and ribbons, not laces. So skulls, spider webs, pretty cutesy ghosts. We have the Boo and the Spooky and the Happy Halloween. We have these spiders, glittery spiders. We have the pumpkins with those. I love those swirls. They're so creepy. I love those swirls. I bought beads, glass beads from Michael's like that. They're swirls. I hauled them before. I put this Spooky and Boo ribbon. We got this one from Dollar Tree, the pretty one that Tony had showed us. I put that in there. 2 of each. So it's quite a chunky tassel. And then for the stamps inside, I used this set from Temu. I hope she likes creepy and gross, because that's kind of what it is. And what I used for these was, I used my VersaFine Clear, because as long as it's not on glossy paper, as soon as you put the ink down, you don't have to worry about it smudging. Absolutely love those for projects like this. Otherwise, I'd have to stamp, wait a minute, and then stamp another page and wait a minute. This you can go right through. So I made this cover here with that ribbon, and I put 3 skeleton hands here, and then I altered between 3 of them. So we got the hands, we got the hearts, and it's very detailed, the stamp. It's very detailed stamp. We got the hearts and we got the brains. So I see I missed a page here, so I'm going to have to go back in and fill it in. Yeah, see, we got the brains. So I gotta go back, because I see I missed that page. I gotta just go and check them all to see. And I used purple ink. I'd have to look to see which one. Actually, let me go. I gotta get it anyway, because I gotta redo it. Let me see. I have 10 of these inks. So the one I used, I grabbed pine cone. That wasn't it. Since the book is purple and black, the purple that I used is called Monarch. I love this stuff, okay? So if you ever have inks and you don't have time to let them sit and dry, use the Monarch. And I hate pigment ink. Pigment ink does not dry. It sits on top of the paper, whereas dye ink goes into the paper. I've said this before. But for whatever reason, whatever they're mixing into this, this is the only pigment ink that I know of that defies those rules. So this will not. And matter of fact, I'll show you right now. After I do this, I'll show you. Oh, I also have to show you what I'm going to put in the pockets. Let me go get that. So a while ago on Temu, I bought these creepy cards. They're really thick. Really, really thick. And I'm going to put these in. So we have a skull. We have the rib cage. I thought that was the jaw, but now I'm not. Now I don't know. We have a skeleton, a couple of different skeletons, the ear, teeth and nasal cavity, pelvic bone, and it repeats. We got that. This poor girl, ugh, creepy, right? This poor girl, I hope she knows what she's in for, because when I told her about the swap, she said, creep is fine with me. I'm like, okay. So I'm going to stick these in. I might round the corners and ink them up first, though. That's what I plan on sticking in. So you've seen that we did this together. And again, throughout the book is just, you know, just all those stamped things. You saw this pocket be put together. And then I put this down, the spider web, with another piece of ribbon up here. And then, you know, and again, the repeat of the stamping. And then I did one more, and I used this again with that ribbon. This was from Temu. I got it last year sometime. No, I think I got it a year before that. So I went in my stash and just, you know, took everything out. I didn't buy any Halloween stickers this year. I have enough from last year. I only got some things that I didn't already have. I'm not going to keep buying stickers. Let me use what I have first, you know. So that I dug in and I had all this. So I'm going to use this first, you know. So that's what I did. You know, now I got a stamp there. There's a few. Yeah, there's... Oh, did I miss this whole thing? Oh, guys, well, I'm not done. So, I thought I was done. I guess I got some more stamping to do. But I'll just show you a quick thing on how this doesn't smudge. And I couldn't believe it. I had gone to the craft store I used to love to go to. It was called Bella Art. And I'm trying to get a piece of paper here to show you. I'll use this. And I was getting some inks. And I forgot the lady's name. She was really helpful there. And they used to do shows and everything, classes and things like that. So she said, this is new. It just came in. And this was like years ago. I can't remember how long ago. Maybe 6 years, maybe a little more. I can't really remember. And she was like, you're not going to believe this. It's pigment, but it doesn't smudge. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. So she showed me, and it smudged because it was on a glossy piece of paper. She goes, oh, wait a minute. It's not supposed to be glossy piece. Wait, hold on. So she got it, and I was like, this is unbelievable. I can't believe it. So I'm going to show you now. If anyone knows anything about pigment ink, you know that they sit on top of the paper. Look at that. No smudge. It's not on my fingers. Nothing. Can you believe that? Can you believe that? Now, I'm going to show you another one. Let me go get my... I think I have some pigment gold in my stash. You see, guys. I keep this all with my embossing materials. So, let's see. Here we go. Pigment. Here we go right here. For instance, let's try this gold. Watch what happens. Pigment. See? It says pigment. Pigment. I hate pigment. I will not use it. I mean, gold and silver is different. But otherwise, I can't stand it, right? Watch. Watch what happens. Stamped it. Look. It's on my fingers. It smudged the paper. You can't tell that much because it's a shimmery. That was a bad example, actually. You know what? I should put it on a darker piece of paper. Hold on. I want to show you this because you're not going to believe it. All right. Let me get this piece. All right. Let me do it again. All right. Look how it's smudged. You still can't tell that much, but believe me, it's smudged. And look, it's not a clear image anymore. You know? Those are bad examples because the ink is shimmery. But, again, here, let's do the lungs. We'll demonstrate on the lungs. Why not? Get the lungs. Now look, I'll put a lot of ink on. Here we go. Getting it all on there, right? You see that I'm going hard on it. Look. No smudge. None on my fingers. It's amazing. I love this stuff. Okay? The other good thing is, the good thing about these VersaFine Clear, solid stamps. Solid stamps. If you have, let's say, I have a stamp set. It's an anniversary set. It's all black cats, all in different poses, and it's totally solid. I could stamp that thing with Gina K a million times. It's never gonna, I can condition the stamp. I can do everything I need to do. It's not gonna work. This, I guarantee you, one good pass around it, you're gonna get a clear image. You know what? While I'm here, let me just demonstrate it. Let me get that stamp set. I can't brag enough about this. Where are my kitty cats? I just gotta show you because it's unbelievable. Let me get my kitty cats. They're here somewhere. I know I didn't give them away. Yet. I didn't give them away yet. Kitty cat, kitty cat, kitty cat, kitty cat. Here we go. Here we go. And this one's from Deb Warner. I love Deb Warner. She's a great designer. I'm very picky about fonts. Look how cute this set is, isn't it? So cute. So I'm going to show you. Let me get this out. I only use this card stamp set once. It comes with the dies if you want them. All right. So let's get a kitty. Let's get a kitty cat. All right. We'll get two. I'm running out of acrylic blocks because I have a few in the kitchen that I just rinsed off because I used them. Okay, so let me show you the difference. There's my black ink. Oh, whatever. I'm gonna just get what I can grab here. Oh, I can't grab any of them. Hold on, where's my pokey tool? Alright. For instance, let's get Gina K's blue denim. Alright. Okay. Let's... Ha! It kind of didn't even... It kind of was all... I'm surprised it even did that well, but it's really blotchy. Let's try... Where is the... Why is that so juicy like that? I don't know. Alright, now let's try the other kitty cat. Watch how crisp this is going to be. Again, let's use this one again. Let's get all that excess off. Maybe if I don't stamp it so so hard. Usually these stamps are not that juicy. All right, there's a good example. There's a good example. See, it's missing some spots. But look at the VersaFine Clear. Nothing's missing. It's totally smooth. It's totally smooth. See what I mean? I love it. I love it. I don't use it that often. I only use it for when I have to stamp things and I don't have time to wait for it to dry. When I don't want things to smudge and stuff, I'll use this brand. I like to use Gina K brand and Tim Holtz Distress Inks and Distress Oxides for blending. So that's what I like to use these for stenciling and things like this. I wouldn't want to stencil with this because, I mean, you could, but it's so dense that I think you should just stick to non-smudged things. With this, you can just glide easily on a paper, on a stencil. That's what I use these for. And since I don't stencil so much anymore, I don't really use the Gina K's that often. So I got a drawer of Gina inks. I got a drawer of Tim Holtz Distress and Distress Oxide, and a whole drawer, well, not a whole drawer, just 8 of the VersaFine Clear. I used to do Stampin' Up as well, but their inks are very, very juicy, and it wasn't for me. But to stamp sentiments, it's a good one to use for sentiments, but then again, so is this. So I would use these again for like stenciling, for cards, for sentiments on cards or sentiments on whatever you want to do, and for solid stamps, use this. Or if you don't have time and like you're doing a composition notebook and you want to put a bunch of stamping, you want to do a bunch of stamping, but you don't want to have to wait when you're turning the page to let it dry to stamp the other page, you'll be taking you weeks. Use this. Stenciling and everything else, use the others. That's just a little tip. I've said it before in the past, but in case I have any new subscribers or if anyone didn't catch that video before, it's something nice to know, So that's what I got for you guys today. So thanks for watching. Happy crafting, and I will catch you next time. Bye.